Hello everyone, welcome back to the Vengeful Empire. Today we are on Larry the Crab, our level 51, just turned Marauder. And we are in a Civil War match, and today I figured we'd look at the question of how viable Marauders are for PvP. We are level 51 and I'm not sure what the majority of the levels we are facing. However, by looking at our team, we're on the low end because most of these guys are level 60s. And yeah, as you can see here is 60, 53, so that's not too bad. It's a bit of a mixed group. And we do have a healer. One thing I remember Marauders being very good at is focusing healers. So hopefully that holds true. Let's go ahead and switch to this guy. So, I'm anticipating our 1v1ing capabilities to not be great, and if we get kited we might be in trouble. But so far it's not going too bad, I'd say. Especially as Annihilation, most people prefer to play Carnage, and I think Watchman is the Republic equivalent in PvP. So Annihilation will get the job done. See, which way do we want to go? Let's go ahead and jump this way. Yeah, indecisive. So here's where we are probably going to run into trouble when we kind of separate from the rest of the team maybe, and if we start getting focused we might drop pretty quickly. Well, with that over Zerg, no worries. Oh, we didn't catch him in time. It's okay. Bear in mind I'm not a professional Annihilation player. May or may not know what I'm doing. We're gonna go ahead and just jump to this guy and kind of finish him. Alright. A few pointers for potential Marauder players out there. Definitely keep your stealth close at hand. This thing down here, force camouflage, yeah, that will save you a lot in PvP, because people focusing you will lose interest and move on. If you're a Annihilation Marauder like I am, definitely be mindful that you can dot spread. Not sure which level you unlock your dot spread at, but I believe it's pretty early, so definitely check on that. Alright, so now we're getting a little low, though we don't really have any cooldowns, so we're just gonna keep fighting. I mean, we have most of our cooldowns, but we're not gonna use those right now. And that this one's not targeting us, so that's right. So far, I'd say we've been doing some pretty good damage. We haven't lost, we haven't died yet. We haven't really been in a, like, 1v1 or 2v1 scenario, but yeah, we can check out this Guardian here. He has a healer back there, so that's something to keep in mind. Another tip, use your 4-stroke in your interrupts and stuff when you can. If you're in Annihilation, you definitely want to keep those dots up, which I'm doing a not so great job of. So here you can see me really not accomplishing anything against that guy. He had a healer and he was a tank, but you would expect a little bit better. And interrupt, and goodbye. Not goodbye. For those playing Carnage, you'll have a fun time with, like, global healers. Doesn't work quite as well in this spec, but I wouldn't say it's bad. You know what? Yeah, time to move. Goodbye. Oh, I think that's GG. Don't see how we're getting out of this one. Can interrupt that and stun him twice, but we're not going to be able to get away because he has some range. So when you run into problems like that, you're kind of screwed. If you had Mad Dash, I guess that might have saved you a little bit, but you know, still, you want to be the guy doing a lot of damage, but you want to try and stay unnoticed, because if they start focusing you, you can drop pretty quickly. Alright, who do we want to go after? Go after the tank. Again, Carnage is a lot better against tanks as well, because they have the armor penetration. Just gonna throw that and see if we get pulled. Nope. We want to take the commando. Commandos are squishy. Maybe we want to take the sage. I don't know if we're gonna have the damage to bring him down without doing something about the healer. Alright, we got it. Yeah, there we go. Now we're gonna stealth out so this guy kind of loses interest. And go after this guy. Alright, now we have a problem because we're separated. Stun those guys. We still want to target this guy. Oh, we're gonna wait for a leap. Alright, they're toast. Alright, and this guy, we can do this thing, which kind of reduces accuracy or something like that. And force choke him, and we need to get away, which is not gonna happen. So yeah, if you get into those like oh no situations, you're pretty much done for. Haven't had any 1v1s yet. Kind of wanted to get a feel for how we do there. Somebody's calling for mid, so I'm gonna keep running back here. The other team doesn't seem to be very put together. There's another Marauder running for it. I do have some fun abilities though, like double saber throw. That's where it's at. Alright though, so in the middle of all these guys, we're gonna die pretty quickly. Yeah. Get dot spread off maybe. Interrupt things. You can see even though we have like no health because we stealthed out and jumped back in, people kind of took a while to retarget us, and I was actually killed by an AoE, so you can kind of keep fighting until people notice you. Alright, we'll do a couple more runs of jumping in on here. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and forget mid. I know it's not the tactical thing to do, but we want to test out our like 1v1-ness. Though we don't have our main cooldown, which is a little sad, but... Alright, so I'm assuming somebody's stealth. It's an assassin, we might, like, die by the time they get here. Alright. Jump. Nope, not jump. Alright, now this is a 61 commando, so he got all the tricks. And you can see we're getting kited and it's not going well for us. Yeah. Alright. We're gonna jump back in because what's a 1v1 scenario if you don't go to the death? And he also knows we are here. I feel like I would have stood a much better chance as another class though. So would not recommend 1v1ing people as a level 51 Marauder. If you're really good at the class, you can definitely, you know, have a lot better chance at like 65 with gear and stuff. But yeah, I don't like the odds, so you might want to consider that in your Marauder journeys. The class to me is more kind of like a support DPS role, if that makes any sense, because you're really only good for doing damage and you don't want to be the center of attention or anything like that. Alright, this turned really bad really quickly. dot spread. Not, but you got rid of that, so no worries. And there's that one. You still need the other turrets though, so don't want to stay at mid for too long. No time to skedaddle. And we can jump at this guy. Nope, we are toast. Nice. Do I have any med packs maybe? Nope. That would improve your survivability a bit as well if you had those with you, which most people do. I just haven't done much PvP of Valor 3, so. And this is not my only Marauder, by the way. So Valor 3 does not mean that I don't have experience PvPing with the class. This guy is force-flipped. Like, doesn't he know he's gonna die? Alright, looks like we've clinched the automatic win, so that's good for us. So, final thoughts. Marauders can be tricky. Not the funnest class to play, not necessarily a bad class, just kind of a difficult class with the role you have to assume. That role being to try not to take damage while trying to do as much damage as possible. It can certainly be a lot of fun, because when you get going, you can dish out a ton of damage. We will see how we do on the scoreboard as well. But would I recommend it to a new player? No. Would I not recommend it to all players? Not at all. I think everyone should give it a try. If anything, just to play a new class and see what it's like. And by playing one, you'll learn how to counter one fairly easily. Like kiting, for example, you're very susceptible to that. That being said, though, not one I would start with. Alright, let's see how we did on the scoreboard. We died again, that's great. Well, oh, that's another thing to mention. You're not going to get a lot of medals, because we'll take Juggernauts, for example. Juggernauts, this guy did alright. He's a Marauder. Juggernauts can get healing, protection, and damage medals. You're pretty much only going to get damage. You can hit 90,000 healing as a Annihilation Marauder, like this guy here did. So you can see, like, healing, I was 67. But really, that's the only healing medal you're going to get. Protection, you can't get medals there, so you're really left to damage. And you can see top 3 on our team, at least, were Marauders for damage, so you can definitely do a lot. This guy's left, I'm not sure what level he was, so he hit 12k, I hit 12k. This guy only hit 8k, but I don't know his situation. So damage, you can definitely do a lot, but survivability will probably also top on the deaths for sure. Yeah, not a bad class. It definitely can be a fun class, though it can be frustrating if you're like getting into scenarios a lot and don't have a team where you are getting globaled and whatnot, or just like picked on or marked or anything like that. If you have a healer or a tank friend, definitely bring them along and have them throw a guard on you or just watch your health, and it can be a lot of fun and you can do a lot of damage to the enemy team. So hopefully that went some ways to answer the Marauders and viability question. Have a great day. Hope you guys enjoyed. If there's anything else you're wondering, just leave it in the comments below.